Hello, good morning. We are tope fishing today. Well, we're going to try and tope fish. First port of call is obviously to go and collect some bait, hopefully mackerel. Apparently they're in, so fingers crossed. Go and get 5 to 10 mackerel, and then we're going to go and anchor up and try for a tope. I'm going to put my life jacket on in a minute. I just like to sort of get out, so that auto inflate, I'd like to just get out. Beautiful, beautiful flat calm down, Polycraft 300 Tuffy. Right, let's go and get some mackerel, baby. Right, so we're sort of coming up to slack water in about an hour's time, and there's not really much tide at all. So I'm just giving this mark I know, which I've caught a lot of mackerel here before. Also it's a bass mark as well, so I'm just trying this now to try and get some. Otherwise I'm going to go to a place called the Horse, which is generally very good. Very good for sort of mackerel and mixed species. We've got to try and get some bait for these tope. I have got older mackerel, but fresh you cannot beat. Behind me here, Nigel, if you can see where the waves kick up a little bit, that's the bar, because it goes shallower. So I've just tried to put us directly on the bar because we're going at about 0.3 miles an hour, so it's really rubbish. Yeah, I'm keeping an eye out for mackerel shoals and the oily patches. Sometimes you'll see where they've been feeding, because all of a sudden there'll be loads of oil on the water and it'll flatten it off and it'll be really slick. So when you've got little ripples on the waves like today, as you can see, tiny little ripples, there's a couple of flat spots out there, and I'll try and zoom in. You probably won't see them on the GoPro. And they're oil patches where the mackerel have been feeding on the sprats and the herring. And that's sometimes where you can tell where they are. Sometimes if you go over the top of them and just drop a bait down, or feathers down, sometimes you get in. But I think this is going to be flogging a dead horse, so I think we're going to go to the Horse and try and get some mackerel up there, a bit more tide flow as well. Right, so we went to a little mark I know, which is quite good for pouting. We've got about 10 pouting just in case we don't get any mackerel. Not the best tope bait, but it's a fresh bait regardless. The reason why I didn't film it is because there was 4 or 5 commercial boys on it. I don't want to give their mark away either. It's only pouting, but they rely on that for their income. So yeah, I'm not going to show them on camera where they're catching their pouting, even though it's only pouting out of respect. They were there before me this morning as well. So yeah, but lovely lads. What they're going to do is they're going to get their pouting for live bait. They put them in a live bait well, and then they'll be going up to the ledges and they'll be fishing live baits up there. They won't mind me telling you it's the ledges because that's a well-known mark. But yeah, just on the Horse at the moment, just waiting for that tide to really kick in. I need about a mile an hour to a knot of tide to anchor. So yeah, we're just going to go on the Horse. There's lots of different fish on the Horse, and just see what we can pick up. You literally pick up anything: cod, bass, pollock. There's mackerel feathering, see if we can get some mackerel, some fresh bait. But at the moment, yeah, pouting, we've got fresh bait for the tope. Gorgeous morning out here. Typically, we've got to go in today around about 3:30, 4 o'clock, because it's my dog's birthday and my other half has insisted I come home, which is absolutely fine. But yeah, we haven't got ages today, so hence why I want to really get us anchored by about 11:30, just to try and get 3.5, 4 hours trying for a tope. Guys, on a big lure, don't know what it's going to be. It could be a pollock. I think it's going to be a pollock. What's it going to be? Or a wrasse? It's always a wrasse. Oh, it's a nice balanced wrasse. Woo! Not a bad fish. Not what we're after, but I'll take it. Nice. Yeah, is that off the bottom? Yeah. Yeah. Nice little ballan wrasse, just caught on a sidewinder lure. Fantastic. I'll get a nice photo of that one, because it hasn't blown out, so we'll get her back. Woo! There you go, just gonna let that wrasse go. There you go, down he goes. Now with wrasse, this goes for all wrasse, if you're fishing in shallow water, it's not so bad, but if you're fishing in 50 foot plus, wind slowly. It gives them a time for the pressure to change as they're coming up, and that means that they can go back alive, which is always a bonus really. Especially with cuckoo wrasse, a nice wrasse like that, just slowly wind, let them come up slowly, and normally they don't get that barrow trauma, and then you can send them back down. Got about half a mile an hour of tide now, so probably give it another 20 minutes I reckon, and then we'll have enough tide to go and try for them. Well, as you know, we're looking for mackerel, and I've just seen some gulls about half a mile away. A couple of dive didn't working, so we're going to go and give it a go over there. And to be honest, it's going towards our tote mark anyway. So, yeah, I don't mind going in and trying that. Probably about another 25 minutes until we can anchor up for them tote. Right, let's try and find some mackerel. Two baits with mackerel on, and then we're going to put one on pout and just compare them. Normally I'd do a full flapper, but they're quite jumbo mackerel, so I'm literally just doing that. Put a bit of bait elastic around it, and yeah, we'll just see what we can get. We've already had dogfish. We might get a mixture of other fish. We might get some rays, some smooth hound, something like that. But fingers crossed, we get one or two tope. Come on. Well, my dad is on to fish, very big fish on feathers, so I'm a bit nervous. I think what's happened is maybe a pouting or a mackerel's got hold of it, and we've got a tope on here. He's done some runs as well. I'm very curious. Please play this carefully. I'm hoping that if we have got it, it's nicked in the jaw, we're not going to lose it. Look at that, that's great fun. Woohoo! It's got a bit of line if it wants to, isn't it? You've got to keep it a bit strong, but that's it. Keep. Oh, goodness me. We've got 70 foot of water here, so it's got a long time to come up. Come on, please be the first tope.
I don't think it's a tope.
What is it then?
No idea, Jake.
Big ray?
Be a bass or something.
No, I don't think so. Just keep the pressure on it and just gently just let the rod do the work. Woo! God, it's going, it's angry. It's angry. It might be a hound, maybe.
I reckon it
could be a hound. God, the water's clear, I still can't see it. Yep. Right, I can see it. I can see the fish back there. It's our hope. Or is it a big smooth hound? I think. So just keep it coming back slowly. Might be a bit foul hooked, hence why it's not been able to bite through our trace. And it's got a hook in its mouth, so it's not foul hooked. Bring it towards me. Keep coming back with me. Coming back with me. Coming back with me. I'm gonna grab his tail. I'm gonna grab his tail. Ready? Yeah, well done, mate. Nice. Yes, man. There we go. There was a hook in the mouth, so it's perfectly fairly hooked. Look at that. So get a photo and for my dad and get him back. Woo! Right, fishing for tope. What do you need? Well, traces. Needs to be 200-pound mono. Don't use wire, please. It really does damage a fish. And where we can get away with not using wire, we will. If I'm blue sharking or I'm pressure shark fishing, I will use wire, just purely based on the fact, you know, you can be looking at 200+ pound fish, and they will bite through even 200-pound mono. So unfortunately for them, it has to be wire. But with tope, you can get away with 200-pound mono. Don't listen to anyone else. Trust me, you can. So yeah, you want that as your trace material. Circle hooks are very good. Normally gets it right in the corner of the jaw. But I'm going to use today, I think it's a 6.0 Cox and Raw meat hook. I've done well on those, and I don't find that they hook, because they're slightly offset, I believe. They're slightly offset. They tend to hook in the corner of the jaw as well. And we're just using a running ledger. Usually I'd like a fresh, flappered up mackerel, but unfortunately we haven't been able to find any mackerel today. I've had a little go, but we've mostly been fishing on slack water, which is mostly the reason. But we're at a mark now where mackerel might come through. We're going to get a lot of chop running through here, and that's because we've got two reefs running to the north and south of us. So where that water's a bit angry, it is going to cause a bit of chop, but I think we'll be absolutely fine. It's not, the wind there's nothing, and I know this boat can handle it. So we've got 3 rods out for tope at the back, but then we've got 2 side rods out with just some sort of bits of squid, bits of odd stuff, just to sort of see if we can pick up anything as a bonus. But funnily enough, the only tope we have had today from my dad was on the lure rod. So sometimes the way it goes. Oh, bite on the red one.
Oh yes.
Yeah? That's a bite. There you go. I'm going to give you the camera, Nigel. Here we go. Here we go. Just chatting. Here we go. Here we go, baby. Right, here we go. I'm going to let him do it. Obviously it could just be dogfish or anything really, but there's something down there and having a good old nibble. tote will tend to hit it and run, but not necessarily. Yeah, fish on. Oh, he's just dropped it. He's just dropped it, I think. We'll wind up anyway, but yeah, I think unfortunately, yeah, he's just dropped it. Let's wind in and have a little look at the bait situation. I bet he's absolutely annihilated that. The gear was on tight, but possibly not tight enough. You really want to set the hooks with Tope, they've got hard mouths. Let's have a look. That was on the, yeah, just a little bit of mackerel. Yeah, he's ripped off half of it. Woo, exciting!
You in? No.
No, there you go. Right, I got a fish on the lure rod. It actually feels quite big now. It's just, oh yeah, he's putting up a fight now. What is it? Ah, dogfish. I thought it might be. Caught in the tide. Little doggy. We've had a couple of snap-offs. I was just saying, use 200 pound, but I have a feeling I might have labelled one 200 pound, and I think it might have been about 80, so it snapped right clean off. Yeah, there we go, guys. We're into one. We're into one. Here we go. Oh, has he just come off again? No, he's still there. Oh, he swam up. He swam up. He swam up. Oh, has he come off? I think he's just popped off. No, he's still there. He is still there. Only a small one, I think.
Let me get my rod in.
Get your rod in, quick. Oh, he's still there. Get your rod in. Get here. Oh, God. Filming, guys.
Oh,
get it this way, get it this way. That's it. Fine. Yeah, filming, guys. Woo! Filming on a small boat. A few people on board is not easy. Yes, here we go. Here we go. Whoa, look at this, look at this. This is a nice fish. Yes, lovely fish. Would have liked to have brought out some slightly heavier gear today, but it was a bit of a last minute choice to go tope fishing. But this is all good, this is all fine. This is all fine, yes, this is a lovely fish. Woo! Woohoo!
You got one on the left rod as well.
All right, we're gonna have to bring some rods in today, I think. I think we're gonna be fishing with sort of 3 rods today. Because if we get a couple of tope going, it's gonna be a nightmare. And ideally, I wanna get some nice footage of the fish. Oh, hopefully this one won't bite through. Oh God. Yeah, you can take line if he wants it, but a lot of it is just let the rod do the work. Got that as quite a strong rod. This is a very, very powerful fish, guys. Very, very powerful fish. Look at that. That is almost max gear. Come down there and have a look at that. That is almost max gear. Oh, Jesus. Jesus. Oh, right. I'm going to turn the camera off because the battery's a little bit low on that, and I want to make sure I get it when it comes up. So, get back to you in a sec. God! Get that camera on. Get that camera on, Nigel.
Yeah, it's flashing.
Yes?
I think it's on.
You got it?
I think so.
Woo! Whoa! Wow!
Be careful.
Get your feet out of the way. I'm going to bring him on board in a minute. Wow! Right, well look, that is a PB tope.
Careful.
Right, right. Oh my God!
Yeah.
Yes! Yes! Right.
Right, hang on.
Wow! Whoa!
Must be.
This is now. This is wrestling with big tope, babies. Woo!
Oh!
Whoa!
Look at
the
that.
power is insane. Oh my goodness! I'm trying to get him unhooked. Right, he's unhooked. Nigel, you grab the rod. Grab that rod.
Yeah.
Woo! No, no, no. Right, I'm going to have to get a bit aggressive with this fish. Nigel, look at the camera now. Look at that, baby!
Oh!
Whoa!
Whoa.
Lovely busters, 30, 40 pound tope right there.
Oh, look at him.
Whoa!
What a beauty.
Excellent. Right, I'm going to get it a photo and get it recorded. Right, ladies and gents, we're going to put this lovely, beautiful tope back. Probably a female, I think. Look at that. Whoa! Woo! Ready? Gonna get her in. Give me that camera. Ready? Look at the size, look at that. Almost the size, well, not quite the size of the boat, but there they go. See you later, baby. Get in there. Get in! Well chuffed. Biggest tope ever. Not what we're after, boys and girls. But, yeah. Not what we're after, but it's another fish and it's another species for the day. So we've had pouting, ballan wrasse, tope and smooth hound, I believe that other one, my dad's one was, to be fair, it wasn't a tope. There we go. Little conger, little strap eel. So just caught that conger eel, and I noticed the trace. Look at how cut up that is. That would have been from one of the tote we lost earlier. So that's coming off and we're changing it. If you see anything like kinks like that, hopefully you can see it on the GoPro. Look, you see a little bit of stuff there, look, where it's come up. Change your trace, don't put that back out again. Because if you lose a fish, you'll be annoyed, so change it to a nice fresh one. The hook might be fine, but that mono line certainly isn't. So clip another trace on and get out there. Right, as you can see, it's got a little choppy. It's not problematic at all, but my dad, he doesn't come out very often, and obviously people's comfort level's different, which is absolutely fine. I'm out all the time, I know the capabilities of the boat, so I'd happily stay in that, but my dad's doing signs behind me. But I'd rather keep everyone comfortable who's on my boat. I don't want to, you know, if they'd rather go somewhere else, they go somewhere else. So we're just going to go try some bass fishing now for a couple of hours, and then we're going to go in. I've got my big tote, my dad's got a nice big smooth hound. Yeah, so we're going to go try for some bass. Right, so we've had one drift on this this bar that can sometimes produce a few bass. As you can see, the weather has got a little, it's not bad, it's perfectly fishable, but it has got a little more choppy and turbulent. Yeah, my dad's not that comfortable being out in this, absolutely fine. Don't, you know, not a regular sea angler, not a regular boat angler, so just not used to different stuff. And we're in a 3-metre boat, so I can see why it's a little bit daunting. I'm absolutely fine, so just doing this last little drift and then we're going to head in. Thank you for watching this video. It's not going to be the longest of videos, but we caught some nice fish. We caught some pouting, which aren't nice, some dogfish. I'm trying to do it in order here. We caught a nice smooth hound, a big tote, my PB tote, well chuffed with that. Nice wrasse as well on the sidewinder lures. So we just had a nice morning out. It shows sometimes, even if you get 3 or 4 hours out on the water, it's worth coming out and seeing what you can do. If you enjoyed the video, obviously subscribe to the channel. Leave a little comment below, that'd be fantastic. I like to hear how you what you want to see, what you don't want to see, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you very much.